We've all been there, feeling stuck in the grind, chasing that freedom we're aching to find. But what if the answer was clearer than you knew? With numbers and strategy, we'll walk you through. No more shame, no fear inside. We're turning pressure into power and fight. From paycheck to purpose, we rise above.
Welcome to Fearlessly Debt Free on Thursday Live. Today, our topic is from budget burnout to balance. And we're going to talk about what that looks like. Maybe you experience it yourself. Maybe it's something that you can grab a handle of and move forward. But first, I want to say thank you for joining me. And today we're going to be talking about this topic. And Fearlessly Debt Free is what we talk about. But we also talk about taking big, bold moves toward your financial future and giving you freedom to help you to live truly an abundant life. And we're talking about something that hits close to home for so many people, and that is budget burnout. That feeling when you're doing everything right, tracking every dollar, saying no to all the extra stuff, and yet you're still wondering, why does it feel like you're running on fumes? Well, let me just tell you, you are absolutely not alone. We're going to talk about how to reset your financial energy so that your money plans start working with you and not working against you. So let's start with why this happens. And I love to give you some statistics so that you really hone in on the fact that you definitely are not alone. And in 2024, Bankrate survey says that 63% of US adults say that they're feeling very stressed or anxious about money most of the time. 63%, and that's a lot of people. And the American Psychology Association found that money is still the #1 cause of stress for over 72% of adults. We got to take a handle of this, don't you agree? So if you've been feeling tired or frustrated or ready to give up, it's not a lack of discipline. It really isn't. It's just a sign of budget fatigue. So there are a few reasons why this happens. First, you don't have any visible wins. That could be very exhausting. You're making all the payments, but because of high interest, the balances barely move. Secondly, over restriction. You've cut it all out. You're restricted. You've cut so much that you're starting to feel actually resentful. And this happens when we are doing so much and then we're feeling that is being restricted, we actually feel like we're rebelling. And then third is a comparison trap. You're seeing that everybody else is living this amazing highlight reel. You're watching it, you're seeing the vacations, you're seeing the new cars, and then suddenly you feel behind. So those are 3 reasons why you might be feeling that exhaustion. Think about this. If you were working out at the gym every single day, you're eating healthy, you're doing all the right things, and you saw no results for month after month, you'd probably want to give up. Well, that's no different with money. The same thing happens financially. We need to see progress and we need to feel it. We need to do all of those things to stay motivated. So now let's talk about one of my favorite mind shifts, and that's the difference between, here come these words again, they're a mouthful, restriction and redirection. So think about those 2 words. Restriction, it actually feels like a punishment, and redirection feels like it's an empowerment. So when you're restricting, you're focused on what you can't have, as opposed to when you're redirecting, you're focused on what you can have and what you can choose. So you're choosing, you're in control, you're taking those steps. So here's what it looks like. Instead of saying things like, I can't buy coffee this week, and you say it with a sad face, you can say, but I'm choosing to put that $25 towards an emergency fund. Even that just, those 2 comparisons make a huge difference in the way you feel it and the way that you say it. Instead of saying that we can't afford this vacation, we can instead say we're saving now so that we can have the most incredible debt-free vacation next summer. It's a small shift in your language, but it completely changes your energy. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, people who make purpose-based spending decisions are 27% more likely to stay consistent long-term. So take a second to think right now and ask yourself, what could I redirect instead of restrict this month? Maybe it's skipping one takeout meal and putting that extra money towards debt. And the extra money that is noted here is $40. I don't know about you, but takeout for us anyway is a whole lot more than $40 in addition to going out to dinner. It's super expensive, and I know you can agree with that. That's how you really begin to create momentum, one choice at a time. So let's make money tracking actually feel rewarding. You ready? Because for most people, tracking feels like it's a chore, but when you tie emotion to progress, it becomes motivating. I don't know about you, but I prefer to be motivated than anything else. Here are three ways to make it happen. So one, two, three. First one is to visualize your progress. Use a debt payoff tracker. There are so many of them. It's so simple to pull up an app and just start tracking your debt there. It could be as simple as a jar. You could throw a note into a jar every time you make progress towards a goal, or even a progress thermometer. You know, the ones they top has a little bubble at the end and you keep filling it in as you go. And a study at the Harvard Business Review found that visual tracking increases your goals and increases your completion rates by 42%. 42%. When you can see your success, it fuels your consistency. So that's the first one. The second one is to celebrate micro wins. I always say this, we don't celebrate the things that we're doing, even the tiny little things. Maybe we celebrate the huge mountaintop achievements, but you've got to think about those little achievements too. Even if it's $100 paid towards your debt, that's a huge win. Every week you stick to your plan, that is worth celebrating. Maybe it's $5. I don't know, maybe it's 10. Just celebrate the progress that you're making. And no, you don't have to spend to celebrate. Oh my gosh, we just paid off $100 of debt. Let's go out to dinner and eat $100 worth of food. Probably not the best move to make after you make that progress. Take a walk. Simple, easy, free. It's free. Share your win with a friend or share your wins with our fearlessly debt-free community by just putting a note in there telling us, say, hey, I just paid off X amount or I just did this. We want to celebrate you. We want to cheer you on. Simply pause and acknowledge your progress is even another way to celebrate. Acknowledge it. Don't just do it lackadaisically. Just acknowledge what you're doing because that's going to motivate you more. Because your brain loves rewards. Don't you think your brain loves rewards? Of course it does. And each celebration releases endorphins. And endorphins, of course, they make you feel so good. And that builds the habit loop. It keeps you going, keeps you moving forward, keeps you on track. And then if you get a little bump and you jump off the road, you've got to remotivate yourself and remember to celebrate those little wins. Number three, automate and simplify. Keep it simple. Set up automated payments or round up. And when you're rounding up, this allows you to pay off behind the scenes. You don't really know what's going on. It's happening back there. You want to check into it every now and again, but definitely rounding up makes significant difference as well. People who automate their finances are 50% more likely to hit goals. So if you just know that little statistic, that's a big motivator. Less decision fatigue, more emotional freedom when you're putting everything on an auto and it's happening behind the scenes. All right, let's do a little quick reset together. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And on a little side note, taking that deep breath in is huge. It just fills the lungs, but it brings energy into your system. So when you take that deep breath in, really feel it. Use a fuller capacity of our lungs than what we do normally, which is shallow breathing. It's a little side note, so we're not going down that road today. Think of one word that describes how you want to feel about money. Maybe it's peaceful, maybe it's confident, maybe it's freeing, maybe it's to be free from that stress. Now take that word and write it down, and that's one small step that supports the feelings that you're having this week around money. It could be checking your bank app without feeling guilty, or transferring $10 into savings, or maybe scheduling your free debt to wealth analysis with me so that we can actually uncover ways that you can save a whole lot of money. So every little step restores your financial energy. You don't have to live in a financial fatigue anymore. Today's a new day. Budget your burnout fades when your plan aligns with your purpose. Let them go. Let those budget burnouts go away. You're not just managing money, you're managing your peace, your purpose, and your freedom. That sounds a lot more empowering than just managing your money. So take your next big, bold move today by scheduling with me your fearlessly debt-free debt to wealth analysis. And as always, I want to thank you for joining me here at Fearlessly Debt Free. We're always talking about ways that we can make big, bold moves toward your financial freedom, which then allows you to live a truly abundant life. Thank you all for being here. And until next week, I will see you again. Have an abundant week. And thank you for tuning in.
We've all been there, feeling stuck in the grind, chasing that freedom we're aching to find. But what if the answer was clearer than you knew? With numbers and strategy, we'll walk you through. No more shame, no fear.
This episode is brought to you by Fearlessly Debt Free. Do you have great income, but the debt just doesn't seem to be going down fast enough? Just know that you are not alone. At Fearlessly Debt Free, I help people just like you pay everything off. Credit cards, loans, even mortgages, in half to a third of the time, for half to a third of what you owe. And no, this isn't budgeting, it's not debt consolidation or bankruptcy. It's math, it's strategy, and it's automatic. And it works. How would it feel to be completely debt-free and to start building incredible wealth much, much faster? Schedule your free Debt to Wealth discovery call today at fearlesslydebtfree.com and take your next steps fearlessly.
We've all been there, feeling stuck in the grind, chasing that freedom we're aching to find. But what if the answer was clearer than you knew? With numbers and strategy, we'll walk you through. No more shame, no fear inside. We're turning pressure into power and fight. From paycheck to purpose, we rise above. This is your moment, it starts with self-love. Big, bold moves, abundant life. Fearlessly debt-free, we're doing it right. Cutting through the chaos, clarity shines. Wealth on the horizon, it's finally time. Strategy strong and direction clear. Let's build a future without the fear. You're not alone, we've got your back. Rewriting your story, getting life on track. Your money, your terms, your freedom to claim. Enjoy this journey, no more of the same. Big bold moves, abundant life. We're turning pressure into power and fight. From paycheck to purpose, we rise above. This is your moment, it starts with self-love. Big bold moves, abundant life. Fearlessly debt-free, we're doing it right. Cutting through the chaos, clarity shines. Wealth on the horizon, it's finally time. Strategy strong and direction clear. Let's build a future without the fear. You're not alone, we've got your back. Rewriting your story, getting life on track. Your money, your terms, your freedom to claim. Enjoy this journey, no more of the same. We're turning pressure into power and fight. From paycheck to purpose, we rise above. This is your moment, it starts with self-love.